so much for being here or watching. Um, Today, we're going to be talking about ChatGPT and how it can help us with social media.
Yeah.
So I will go ahead and share.
Yeah, my screen is messing up and I can't.
Oh my
Ah.
goodness,
Oh no.
Corey is here. I'm so
Oh
excited.
my gosh!
I know.
And I get to
Corey,
see your face.
what
Hello,
is up?
Corey.
I can't even share yet because it's
I
going to say
know. You're gonna make me cry.
we can't
Can't
hear
hear
you.
you, but it's so good to see you.
It is so good to see you. And you too, Kelly. Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you.
Oh no, you're good. Good
Corey
morning.
is an epic friend. I mean, maybe not epic anymore, but a friend from real estate from way back in the day that we haven't seen in forever.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it.
And been through hell and back.
Uh-huh.
Goodness.
Yeah, been through a lot. All right. Hi, Corey. We'll catch up soon, please. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So, um, social media is a very efficient way to reach tens and hundreds of people nationwide. You can target, it's just a good way to build authority at scale, build an emotional connection at scale, and it kind of can grow, pile on each other. It's kind of like your business card. Like we look up people on social media now. So
Mm-hmm.
AI has kind of caused everything to get faster and easier and helped us be more efficient, but it also is a way that it's just noise and kind of generic. So we wanted to talk about how we can use AI to make good quality social media content today. And yeah, like this says, it can be like your digital open house, open 24/7. People can go binge your YouTube videos and your content and then feel like they know you and already just you can convert people easier where they don't reach out to you until they're basically ready to work with you. And it really happens and it's awesome. So, Jamie and I are in the Austin area. We have been doing this real estate thing for 10 to 15 years, 18, but some part time, some full time. Um, and we have built our business based on the people we know and leveraging social media to stay in front of them, remind them,
Mm-hmm.
and just have a greater reach of people that we don't run into and talk to every day. People that we know from high school and college and moms and sports people. And, we just have a little bit of people from each like phase in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything to?
Church, all the things.
Yeah, absolutely. So AI is not just putting in a generic prompt to ChatGPT where you can clearly tell it's ChatGPT. No one talks like that. Um, and I am guilty of reactive posting just whenever I have time, whenever I think about it, whenever I have something good. But one thing I'm working on this year is getting more in line with my brand. There are some people that when you see their content and their visual and captions, you can tell it's them just from the post. Like, I don't know. And there's people that we definitely feel like we know just based on their social media that we've never met. So it really is good to start being aware. Like, disclaimer, posting is better than not posting. Like being consistent on social media is better than just waiting until everything is perfect for a post. But I also want to be more intentional about really using my voice and stuff that can only come from me. Like people can go to other sites to see pretty listings and stuff. They want to come to us for us and who we are. So we're going to talk about how ChatGPT can help.
Yeah.
Anything I missed?
No, that's perfect.
Okay.
So
Um,
you are your brand, right? So it's not about the brokerage you're at. The people want to work with you. People follow people. So building that trust on social media can be that first foot in the door with referrals, right? Friends of friends, and even people we don't know. So it is really important to show up consistently Like Jess was saying, consistency over perfection. People see that you're doing it every day and they know you're still in the business and know you're still doing all the things, right? And so AI can help us organize ourselves, get some of those bone structures for those scripts or posts, but we definitely need to always make sure we're, making it sound like us.
Yeah, and if you're not sure what you stand for, what your brand looks like yet, this is a fun prompt that I just did. Um, but you can ask AI, especially if you've been using ChatGPT for a while. You can use this prompt, help me uncover my personal brand by asking me 10 questions about my values, voice, and ideal client. And I'm going to go through all these prompts with you as an example in just a minute, but I'll just keep going to kind of give you the big picture of where we're going.
Hmm.
And then we can expand and we can ask AI to create a brand tone for a guide for Austin. We're a real estate agent who is, whatever our last prompt said that we were about. We can say that we're community centered, include voice examples. And then this was a fun one. Describe what my brand would feel like if it were a place, song, and a person. And then based on what your brand is, suggest some core messaging pillars and sample phrases that can like guide us and we can organize our posting around that. So when you produce content that is on the same thread, it takes into consideration all of that and it starts to feel cohesive and consistent. And people will go there because they're expecting you and your voice and your brand because they like how it makes them feel. They enjoy consuming your content. When I was doing this in a consistent way a few years ago, I had people that were like, "Where's your morning thoughts?" And this is great. You should write a book and just different things like that. I was like, "Oh my goodness, that's so cool. I would never have guessed any of that." But and I got to where I enjoyed it. So I'm excited to get back there. But you can also go find a good piece of content that you wrote that sounds like you, that did well, and put it in ChatGPT to give it an example of how you write. And then it will start to write more like you. So
Hmm.
then you use it more for ideas. I mean, I still like to write some of my stuff and then I use it for formatting, for editing, for making it, on a third grade level, make it easy to read, spaced out, add some emojis, stuff like that. And another thing that sometimes can be tricky is like drawing a line in the sand. That heart was my line in the sand. Um, but like be different than all the other generic realtors that are like, I help everyone and anyone sell, buy, lease, do anything you want in real estate, commercial. And it's true that we're going to talk about finding a niche in a little bit, but when you're generic and you don't want to exclude and you're just like everybody else, you're really not resonating with anyone at a deeper level. So, some of the prompts that can help are list 5 core beliefs about real estate that I can share as content to build my brand authority. It'll ask you, like, I don't know, what do you believe that a lot of others in your industry don't? Like, what do you believe to be true? That's kind of like a myth buster or
Hmm.
whatever. And so it just makes your content a little bit different. And then you can have it actually produce content, why I believe blank matters to my ideal client, suggest ways to weave personal values into education posts without sounding salesy. And then we can have it create like the whole content calendar, suggest the themes. So the signature series are fun. Even like my morning thoughts is kind of like a signature series. It can be coffee and contracts. It can be Alyssa, the girl here at Epic in California that kind of taught this, did a Wednesday wine down real estate or something. And people would look forward to it and they, expected it. So it's like just your little signature series, whatever you want that to be. But you tell it how many times you want to post, you tell it, it knows your brand tone and pillars, and then it can create content. So now that it knows you and your brand and what sounds like you, it'll create the content. And then editing is really important. She puts in there, edit this to sound more human, remove generic emojis or AI language, like the long dash, you can kind of tell is AI sometimes. There's some things that give it away. So it's like, don't make it look like you wrote this, make it sound more like me. Um, Rewrite this in different ways. You can edit it, and it's pretty it's pretty easy and straightforward. It knows what to, it's amazing. So, um, and it asks you what you like to do. It should sound like you, and you can even tell it, make this, optimize this for this platform or for TikTok or for Instagram, and it will. So I'll quickly go through like these prompts and kind of what it spits out. Can you guys still see my Google Doc?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it asks all of these things. What are your values? What truths do you see that others avoid? The natural role that you play. What do people come to you for? Your edge. And if anybody wants to like go through this together, let us know. We're happy to get a one-on-one and go through it with you. But your voice and tone, if you are a person at a dinner table, or if your brand were a person at a dinner table, how would they show up? And then who you're for, your ideal client on a bad day. And once you kind of, Jamie's going to talk a little about finding who you want to talk to, but once you do that, AI can help you think about their goals and their fears and their motivations so you can speak to that and speak to them. Um, who drains you? That's a good one. Like who you're not for. It's good to know and be aware of that. The transformation you love delivering. What shift do you love helping people make? All of these things. So I answered these pretty quickly. And then it is like, okay, cool. Here's your brand. Here is what anchors everything. And you're allergic to people who think they're above others. And that shows up as warmth, approachability, and grounded confidence in your presence. You stand for your quiet rebellion. It's not easy, but worth it. That's true. I do feel like that resonates. And so that's cool. Your natural role is friend, cheerleader, coach, guide. You don't stand above people, you stand beside them and say, you can do this. I'll show you how, and I'll stay with you while you do. That's why people trust you. I'm like, oh, thanks, ChatGPT. Um, your edge, you make intimidating things feel doable. I think, Jamie, you have that too. Like, you make things feel like, oh, no big deal. We got this. And then your voice, your ideal client, not the polished Instagram version, like what they need. So it goes through all this stuff. It's super cool just from you answering those 10 questions.
Mhm.
So then, you know, you can enter the next prompts and it'll just keep going with this whole brand tone guide. So it's good to know and be aware of when you're writing content. And then also, once you start producing content with all this in mind, you can just do a gut check and see if it feels like you.
Mhm.
If it were a place, yeah, kid stuff everywhere is true. If it were a song, a person, someone who makes you think, if she can do this, maybe I can. Love that. And
Yeah.
then, the core messaging pillars, lifestyle over the process. Like real estate really is about the destination. The journey can be kind of a pain in the butt, but it's about your ideal lifestyle and finding an environment that supports that. So, isn't this cool, you guys?
Yeah. It's
I love
also a
it.
little bit of therapy, huh?
It totally is. ChatGPT can really be a good therapist and encourage you,
Yes.
but it keeps going and then it starts like knowing you and creating content for you. That sounds good. Does anyone have any questions so far about this? And then we'll keep giving some more tips. I feel like I'm just scrolling now, but it it's really cool and it differentiates it and makes it sound like you. Oh, the chat. Okay.
This is good. Even just like thinking through these things for yourself, right? Like until
Yes,
you have to put that into Chat GPT. Like I put it in there and I'm starting to play around with the prompts and it's like just thinking through what you want to represent is good, you know?
Yeah,
absolutely.
for
And
sure.
then you have this content calendar and you say how many a week, you leave some open because you'll go do a market tour or go show houses. And even just stuff that you do in every day, like get there 15 minutes early, film some content, a quick walkthrough, pan through rooms, and then put it up or make it into a reel. So I like leaving space for just day in the life stuff, all of that too. And then you always should turn it into a spreadsheet. No, I'm kidding. You can if you're if you want a spreadsheet and you can make it put it into Excel, but It's really neat. And it can really just give you a plan and a basis. And this time of year, I'm like, okay, I'm tired of just doing things on the fly and being super reactive. Let's plan it out and get a little bit ahead and, you know, like schedule it all out for the month or the quarter or whatever it is. So it's really helpful in that.
Yeah, for sure. And if video is part of your goal, if it's a longer video, you can make snippets of it. There's an app called Opus Clip, I believe, and it can even take it and break it up for you if you're not sure what a good short to optimize is. As you know, long form is better on YouTube. Short form is going to be better for YouTube Shorts, TikToks, Reels. And you can even use those shorts to link back to a YouTube video, to see the full video, right? So all the ways that you can optimize your content to have it everywhere, whether it's, where it fits most.
Yep.
And so this is what Jess was talking about. Don't be afraid to niche down to your people. So we chose this pickleball picture because one of our agents in the Austin area is actually like super into pickleball and has shared how in this short amount of time of her going to these meetups, like it's already happening where people are, oh, you're a realtor. Okay. Oh, well, I know this person. Like she's already getting referrals from it. And it is the fastest way to know, like, and trust you, right? And as soon as you make those connections, they're better clients and better leads because there's so much more connecting you than just the transaction. And, I love getting to know people that I don't know. Like, I have new besties in Burnett from a referral. And, now I'm just like, new mom and dad.
Yeah.
So whatever that is for you, maybe it matches your season of life, right? Or maybe you're just super passionate about teaching first-time home buyers how to get into their first home and optimize that first purchase. Maybe you relocated to Austin, so you feel like you've got the inside scoop of what it is to move into this area or wherever, you may be, and can really be that spirit guide for someone. And then, so whenever you speak to that niche, you're going to collect all kinds of clients. It's not like you're pigeonholing yourself into one specific genre of people, right? But it does show a lot of competency in one area, and that's great.
And yeah, if you become an expert with helping, okay, let's say you love pickleball and working with an older demographic, um, when you post stuff about where best places to play pickleball or what you need to set up your estate and stuff, I don't, if pickleball's not for me, I'm going to keep scrolling, but be like, oh, that's cool. And she's in real estate and whatever. I'm not going to be like, I'll never work for her because she was posting about estate planning and I'm not there yet or work with her. You know what I mean? So you don't have to say no when other people come to you. You can expand on your niche. It just makes you really relevant and really resonate where people read content and they're like, oh my gosh, she's in my brain. She's talking to me. I can relate. So it really makes you seem like more of an expert. It doesn't necessarily exclude the people that you're not talking directly to.
Right. And so AI can help in this niche, right? You can use even things like Answer the Public to see what people are searching. Now, I don't think putting in like pickleball players' homes in Austin, like, it's not going to apply to a niche like that. But again, a demographic, right? So if you are thinking more along the lines of estate planning, then use those prompts, put those in ChatGPT, and how you can write content towards people at that stage of life, right? And so it will create that messaging quicker for you than you just typing it all out. But the goal is always to go back and edit and make it sound like you. So there's ways to make it sound more like you at the beginning with all those prompts that were earlier, and then always tweaking it after it gives you the output.
Yep. And it's good to go where these people congregate. Facebook is great with this because it has groups for pickleball lovers in Austin or veterans or young professionals. I don't know. You can kind of target and get involved in these communities and just participate as a lover of pickleball or whatever and build these relationships. So you can congregate where your people are, become a part of the group, and then throw in some value and get to know these people.
Yeah. And so more about video, right? Video, as we all know, whether we like it or not, it is the quickest way to show who we are to the most people at once, right? So we know we need to be showing up on video, on social media, if that is one of our pillars of building our business. So people want to see you being confident and they want to see you showing them the things that they need to know. So you can be that resource for them. So again, the likelihood of going viral, right? Unless you're Courtney Cook, right? She's all the rage right now. Um,
Your onion
but
boat?
yep, the onion
Oh
cups,
my
this
gosh.
girl is just take it off. If you know, you know. But it's not likely, right? But it's okay to not have that. And I wouldn't strive for that, right? But it's the consistency and it's the showing your sphere that you are in this industry and making moves, right?
Yeah,
That's
and
really the
especially,
goal.
yeah, if your goals are to find local people that want to buy and sell, it's not about being an influencer and going viral. And with the real estate content, like people connect to the personal and emotional content for me, and they'll like or comment on that with kids or whatever. I don't get a lot of engagement on the real estate stuff, but they're still watching.
Hmm.
So it's not even about likes and comments. It's just about showing up. And the emotional stuff makes them pay attention when you post real estate stuff. And then they just DM you when they're ready. Like it really happens. And video is the fastest way for people to feel like they know you.
For
So
sure.
it just talk to the camera like you're talking to your best friend. I'm always like, I need to channel this newscaster and be all like good at video and professional, but it's not it. It's not about the editing really. It's just about talking to someone in a casual, relatable way like you would talk to a friend.
Yeah, for sure. And so a couple ways to help AI with your video scripts is ask them to give you a good hook. And calls to action at the end are always good because when we make those videos without a call to action, they can just kind of swipe through, right? But there's something about making it a little shorter and then to know more, comment more, whatever it is, right?
Yeah,
That gets people to interact because the more you can interact with your social media post and your community that you're building, the more the algorithms like you and the more your stuff will show up to people that you don't know that are matching those same demographics. So it is a huge thing to be building content that people want to interact with.
it is. And especially if you're focusing on your local community, the little lists of top five burgers, top five, whatever Halloween stores are great. And if you tag them each in your post, they will likely share it. I made a top five list and share it with all their people. So it's a great way to get in front of other people's audiences. And I used to like the local hotspot of the month. And so just like, I mean, even where we were yesterday in Liberty Hill, was that yesterday? Anyway,
She's
um,
yes.
doing a quick video and posting about places that you're going to go anyway, just taking that extra 3 minutes and then doing a post about it and tagging the business in the post in their Facebook page is really a great way to grow your audience. People will see it, they will like it, they will agree or disagree. And you can put anything I should add to the list and they'll tag their favorite places. But that works really well. Um, so, really, stuff that you're doing anyway in your daily business, if you're going to a show or if you're going to get coffee or whatever, just film a little bit. You can edit it up and write a cute little post and post it. It doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be professional. Done is better than perfect.
Yes, for sure. And so just to kind of go back, right? The goal is not just thousands of followers, but it's conversations. We want people sliding in those DMs and asking for more information. And, because we positioned ourselves as that resource for them. So social media is a huge first step in that door of every home in the area, right? And always, we'll say it again, consistency beats the perfection,
Mm,
right? So
yep,
you're not comfortable on camera. Most people aren't. That is okay. Be awkward, and the more you do it, the better you will get, and the more natural it will feel.
for sure. And even though sometimes these conversations are like, hey, I have my house listed with another agent. I just wanted to get your opinion or something. Even when it feels kind of, oh man, I didn't get this one. Building that relationship, like I've had that. I helped people, I gave them a second opinion, and then their mom had needed to sell their house. So I got that one and I was able to list something for their mom.
Hmm.
So I don't know, just be cool and confident and not like super at the beginning. It hurt really bad when I didn't get something or when a friend or family used someone else or like my cousin. I was like devastated. It shook me for, I don't know, it's easy to take personal, but just like I don't know, sometimes I try to make it drive me, oh, I don't need them, I'll go get three more listings or whatever. But just being kind and being above that has also gotten me more stuff with
Yeah.
the same people.
Hmm.
Okay. What do you guys think? What questions do you have? Um, how can we help you guys? It's so crazy.
One thing I thought of while you were talking is I know you use AZA a lot, a VA. And so now that AI is getting bigger and ChatGPT, what things do you see are still more specific to, hey, I'm going to give this to AZA, and things that, okay, I'm going to use ChatGPT or AI for?
So I teach and ask them to use ChatGPT. And
Hmm.
so if you, and video editing, I think is really great, still needs some personal touches. Well, it depends. AI can do that too, but I still use them for video editing.
Hmm.
Um, and I have her for like the blog posts and the fun things to do. And you, they use ChatGPT to work faster and create blog posts faster and have it SEO optimized faster. And
Okay.
you know what I mean? So I kind of use it together. If you're not at the point where you want to use a virtual assistant, it's a lot faster for you to do.
Hmm.
So you can use them interchangeably. That's just me. Jamie does her own stuff more than I do and knows CapCut and knows how to do all of the young people things. She's so
Gotcha.
much younger than me.
Well, y'all are both way younger than me. So,
I know it's a lot sometimes, but it just depends on your personal preference
yeah.
and how much you want to control it. Sometimes I'll do it at first and then I'll video myself doing it using ChatGPT
Hmm.
and, kind of show them what I want and how I do it.
Hmm.
I don't know, Jamie, what would you say? What things are best with like a VA versus AI?
I mean, again, it's leverage, right? So if I did not have a VA, right, I would start by leveraging AI and seeing how I feel like I'm tracking with it all. And is it so overwhelming that I'm still not doing it, right?
Mm,
Because that's when I feel like that 2.0 of leverage would be a VA that helps you come up with those scripts and those prompts and those themes, and then hopefully, right, if they're one and the same person, could edit it for you if editing is where, or maybe editing's your pain
yeah,
point, but you come up with the content well, and so you can have a
I
VA
see
just
that.
edit. So whatever that pain point is for you after you kind of start doing it for a couple weeks, that would be the next step I would take in implementing a VA.
I do
Gotcha.
that. And I also, if I create it, they know the social media schedule and they'll schedule it out across all the platforms and optimize it
Right.
for all the platforms and
Hmm.
make it pretty and spaced out and easy to read and fourth grade level or whatever and add emojis, like all that little piddly stuff.
Right.
They like I get the bones and then they do all
Yeah.
of the finishing stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's a good
Yeah,
question.
because I mean, it's a whole new thing for most people. And so
Mhm.
even a new, like, wrap my head around. So,
Yeah.
um, that would be the phasing I would think. And, if you do get to a point, Linda, where you're like, oh, I might want to talk to Ozza, like, just
Yeah.
let us know.
Okay.
And
Gotcha.
then just some chat GPT etiquette. There have been clients and some people that are like, that came straight from chat GPT. Or even when you read listing descriptions and you're like, oh, that's obvious, all the flowery adjectives like that. Clearly they use chat GPT. So some people are sensitive to it and a little bit turned off by it. So I definitely like to edit it down and make it sound like me, but sometimes they give me the start, they give me the idea.
Right.
And I
Yeah.
take out all the words that I'm like, clearly that isn't true for this property. It is not
Yeah.
mind blowing
Yeah.
or whatever. But
Yeah.
and
It's so
so
much so quick, like all the options out there now. I feel like they just
mm,
grew by like 1,000,000%. And
yeah,
Yeah.
I equate it to the first time I took my teen daughter into Sephora. And she was like,
uh,
oh my gosh. She had like
yeah,
$100 gift card to spend. And I think it took her 2 hours to like
decide.
decide
I
which
just did that.
things and
Yeah,
what was the best. And that's kind of how I feel about chat GPT and AI and all that's out there right now. It's almost, there's so many options that it's like, which direction you go, where do you start, and then of course just getting familiar with it all. So
yeah,
starting anywhere is good. Starting
Yeah.
somewhere is good,
yes,
but it is,
exactly.
you want to
Grab
start
on,
smart.
yeah, grab onto what you need and use, and just don't let it prevent you from starting because it's going to keep moving fast. So even though we take way longer and create slideshows ourselves still, or there's other things that I'm like, I'm aware that I'm taking 3 times as long as I should be on this, but it's just my comfort zone or whatever. But eventually I'll try new things and I do use broker AI kind of a lot now. So just use what helps and don't
Right.
let the overwhelm prevent you from starting slow because
Yeah.
it is going to keep going and it can be a big time saver and our time is everything. You
Yeah.
have a lot going on with your family and everything. So,
Oh yeah. I had a question from yesterday's or Monday's call, and
mhm.
it doesn't really pertain to this, but just real quick,
Sure.
somebody said Social Bay was going away. Is
Mm,
Back at You Social Bay?
it is. It's the
Okay, I
same
thought they
thing.
were the same. Okay,
It is. And the Lofty Social Studio or Social Suite, something like that, is coming. So,
replacing.
yeah,
Yeah.
learning more about that.
Okay, gotcha.
What else? Any other questions? Hi, Corey. I don't hear you.
I don't hear him.
Yeah, we can't hear you if you have a question, but no,
Mm-mm.
it's not going through. But call me after this or text me and we'll catch up and chat. All right. I was talking to Kelly because she is a newer, recently licensed agent. And we were like, I was like, just post. Don't be afraid. If you come across a photo of you when you're young, just post it. It doesn't have to be perfect. And the question, like the engagement content is so easy. It can be like, what are you watching on Netflix? Or what do you like better, mountains or beach? Or it can be literally anything. Oh, Paul Dolan is in here. Sorry, we're done. But
Hmm.
And when you get comfortable with it, make your questions a little more polarizing, where people
mhm.
have a very strong opinion, and
Or
you're gonna get
just,
a lot more interaction.
yeah, it depends on how strong. Hi, Paul. We kind of wrapped up already, but I'm glad you're here. But I like doing interesting ones. I think one of them that I liked was what's something you've done that you don't think anyone else on my friends list has done? That one had really interesting answers. or what do you want to be when you grow up, or what did you want to be when you grew up when you were a child? And so then let it start conversations, engage and respond, and that'll make Facebook think it has even more engagement. But the goal is to get these into real conversations like DMs, just catch up with people or go grab coffee or whatever. But yeah, there's some really interesting questions. I think I did like, what's a song that you would know every word to? That was kind of interesting. Um, I don't know. There's been some good ones. Or if I see other people's questions, I'm like, hey, that's a great question. Do you mind if I share that or post that? So
Mm-hmm.
keep an eye out for good content. Ask before you rip it off. But most people are really cool about it, especially if it's just a question and not crazy. Um, okay. Well, Paul, we'll catch up soon. Sorry, this was a quick
Bye
one.
bye.
I know. We wrapped up in about 30 minutes, but
I'm late to the party.
that's all
That's
good.
okay.
All right, guys.
It's good to see you guys. Have a great rest of your week and let us know if you guys need anything here or if you want to go through it together.
Thanks.
I'll let
Bye.
Thank
Paul.
you guys.
Thanks. Bye,
Thanks.
guys.
Bye.